My name is Terry Burkle, and I'm a third grade teacher at Inglewood Elementary. I'm more of a facilitator this year than I was last year because I'm helping the students share the information with each other, and I just guide them through sharing that. Okay, in this lesson the kids are given a story problem, and what I was looking for was to see if the children understood the relationship between multiplication and division, and also to see if they could notate that with the proper math notations, the division sign, multiplication sign.
3 kids have 1 book of movie tickets to share. So there's 15 tickets to share with 3 kids. So you have to figure out how many
each kid
gets.
Oh, I did that last time too. Okay.
They work together to figure out that information, and they share it with each other. And the really nice thing about that is I don't have students sitting at their desk raising their hand, waiting for me to come around and help them, because they'll get help from each other.
Remember, on problem solving, you need to tell me what you did. How did you solve it?
One of the really motivational tools we have are the overhead sheets, where the students get to solve their problem at their desk on an overhead sheet, and then they get to bring it up to the overhead and share it with the class. And just getting those out, the kids are really excited because they want to be the one to come up front and share what they did.
Get your math done in 2 minutes and then we'll share. And I want you to look up here at Tessa's. Artie needs to listen. So each kid got a bag. She took the tickets and she put them in the bag. She knew that there were 3 kids. And how did you put them in the bag? What did you do? Did you go 1?
Yeah, 1, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's great. And what's your number sentence?
15 divided by 3.
Okay, and what does the 15 represent? Can you tell the class?
All of the tickets.
Right, and what does the 3 represent?
Each kid.
And the 5?
Each kid gets 5.
The kids are really excited because they want to be the one to come up front and share what they did, and they do really nice work when they know it's going to go up on the overhead, and they do very thorough work because they know they have to talk through it and explain to the class their thinking process, so they get all the pieces down.
Wonderful. And you know what I really like about this one? What did she do here?
Tickets.
She labeled it. So I know it's tickets. It's not pizzas or puppies. That is great. Good job. Who else would like to share?
They get to see 5 or 6 different ways of solving the same problem, and one of those ways clicks with everybody in the room. And also the students that don't solve their problems in an efficient way can see how other students do it more efficiently, so the next time they do it, they can use a different strategy that's going to get them to the answer quicker.
I use 3 ways to figure out the problem, like putting 1 into each pad 5 times, adding the whole thing.
Okay, he figured out 3 different ways, so that's kind of a verification and a self-check.
I don't have students saying I can't do math, which I had all the years before that I've taught. I don't have anybody saying I can't do it, because even our lowest students have success with this program.
You have all the right pieces. They're just not quite in the right place. Okay? So when you write division this way, the total number goes in here. So what's the total number of tickets?
5.
How many?
15.
Okay, so can you fix it on your mat? Right now? Yeah.
And the amazing thing is,
Trace it with your
kids
finger.
come up with ways that I have never thought of to solve the problem, but they get the right answer. So
Total number of
I'm
tickets.
really encouraged to see all those different ways their brains are thinking. Where before they would just see my way, how I taught it, and that might be good for 5 or 6 students, but there might be 5 or 6 more that just doesn't work for them because their brain doesn't work that way. And then I can go around and give an extension problem to them right away. I can just say, instead of dividing 25 by 5, I want you to divide 125 by 5. So it's really easy to extend for those students that already have it. In the past, if they were behind at the beginning of the year, they would still be behind at the middle of the year. But now I'm seeing them move up closer to where they need to be. Well, everything that they do now is revolved around real world, because they're not just handed a worksheet that says divide 25 by 5. If we want them to do a division problem, we give them a reason for that division. So they really get the idea of how you use division or how you use multiplication, because it's not just on a worksheet, it's a real problem.
Hello, my name is Brett Stonebrink, and I teach 4th and 5th grade at Inglewood Elementary. In this lesson, we were trying to develop the students' sense of understanding of similar shapes. And I want you to write this rule down in your journal, okay? All regular polygons with the same number of sides are similar. And so we started with a small shape, and then the kids would need to double the length and then double the width in order to compare the area of the first shape to the second shape. And as they did that, they were asked to record the area of the new shape. So we were using geometry to learn about measurement and area. Since we've begun the year, they seem to look for new ways to solve problems. They see that they've noticed that I'm not going to shut them down if they're not doing the problem the traditional way. When kids ask me how to do a problem, instead of giving them the answer, I'll ask them a question that gets them to think a little bit deeper about the problem. We are here to help each other. Okay, I'm here to help you, but I would rather you help yourself, so I might not give you the answer. I might just ask you another question that relates to your question, okay? Their ideas are valued. Their approaches to a problem become part of how other students are solving problems. I think they kind of get excited about it in that way. And so those low students, they see success because we do ask for their input, and they'll come up with an answer, and they'll come up with the right answer. It may not be the same way that those higher end kids do it, but the fact that they get to do it their way, I think they appreciate that. They have so many different new tools that they can use that they didn't know before. My high end math kids who are just soaring, they're all of a sudden saying, "Wow, I didn't know you could do it that way," and this is even better than the way I used to do it. Throughout this year is a lot of fun math. It's weird that kids ask you, "Can we do more math?" when you're playing a game. They don't want to stop. This is only going to get easier. We're going to get better at teaching this type of math. I think about this year. We are plowing our way through it. It's a little bit hard. It's our first year, and so we're all still learning. I look at the first graders this year, and I think by the time they get up here to 4th or 5th grade, they're going to be really good at this.
Last year, when I'd say, "Okay, it's time to get out your math books," I'd get groans and moans and, "Oh, not math again." This year, the kids are excited to get out their stuff.